students, welcome back to the science class. Last week we have learned about the Simpson Index of Diversity and correlations. So today we're going to learn about the classifications of living things. So without further ado, let's begin our lesson. So what are biological kingdoms? We're not talking royalty here, but they're pretty important in grouping or classifying organisms and understanding how they are related. You can learn more about what classification in this video. Classifications attempt to impose a hierarchy on a complex and dynamic variety of life on Earth by describing how different species group together and how related they are to one another or not. Kingdom is the second below the rank of domain in the sequence of classifications. There's a rhyme to make it easier to memorize these systems. Do keep ponds clean or frog get sick. Or you might prefer this one. Definitely keep plucking chickens or face getting shake. There are 6 kingdoms of classifications. They include the animal kingdom, the plant, the fungi, protists, bacteria, and archaea. First, bacteria. Bacteria are prokaryotic as their cells have no nucleus. They are all small organisms that vary in size between that of the largest virus and the smallest single-cell eukaryote. The characteristic features of bacteria are: first, cells with no nucleus. Second, DNA exists as circular chromosomes. Third, smaller circular molecules of DNA called plasmid are often present. Fourth, cell wall is always present and contains peptidoglycans. Fifth, cells divide by binary fission, not by mitosis. Sixth, usually exist as single cells or small groups of cells. Second, archaea. Archaea are also prokaryotes, as their cells have no nucleus. Their range of size is similar to that of bacteria. Many inhabit extreme environments. The characteristic features of archaea are: first, cells with no membrane-bound organelles. Second, DNA exists as circular chromosomes. Third, smaller circular molecules of DNA called plasmid are often present. Fourth, cell wall always present but does not contain peptidoglycans. Fifth, cell divide by binary fissions, not by mitosis. Sixth, usually exist as single cells or small groups of cells. Third, protoctista. The protoctista is made up of a very diverse range of eukaryotic organisms, which include those that are often called protozoans, or simple animals and algae such as seaweeds. Any eukaryote that is not fungus, plant, or animal is classified as protoctist. The characteristic features of protoctists are: first, eukaryotic. Second, mostly single cell or exist as group of similar cells. Third, some have animal-like cells with no cell wall and are sometimes known as protozoa. Fourth, others have plant-like cells with cellulose cell walls and chloroplasts and are sometimes known as algae. Fourth, fungi. Fungi have some similarities with plants, but none of them is able to photosynthesize. They are all heterotrophic, obtaining energy and carbon from dead and decaying matter or by feeding as parasites on living organisms. There is a vast range in size from the microscopic yeast to what may be the world's largest organisms. The characteristic features of fungi are: first, eukaryotic. Second, do not have chlorophyll and do not photosynthesize. Third, heterotroph. They use organic compounds made by other organisms as their source of energy and source of molecules for metabolisms. Fourth, reproduce by means of spores. Fifth, simple body form, which may be unicellular, made of a long threads called hyphae. Large fungi, such as mushroom, produce large compacted masses of hyphae, known as fruiting bodies, to release spores. 6. Cells have cell walls made of chitin and other substances, not cellulose. 7. Never have cilia or flagella. 5th, plants. Plants or plants are all multicellular photosynthetic organisms. The characteristic features of plants are: first, multicellular eukaryotes with cells that are differentiated to form tissues and organs. Second, some cells have chloroplasts and photosynthesize. Third, cells have large, often permanent vacuoles for support. Fourth, autotroph. Fifth, cell walls are always present and are made of cellulose. Six, cells may occasionally have flagella, for example, male gametes in ferns. 6. Animalia. The Animalia are multicellular organisms that are all heterotrophic with many ways of obtaining their food. The characteristic features of Animalia are: first, multicellular eukaryotes with many different types of specialized cells. Second, cells that are differentiated to form tissues and organs. Third, cells do not have chloroplasts and cannot photosynthesize. Fourth, cells' vacuoles are small and temporary. Fifth, heterotroph. Sixth, cells do not have cell walls. Seventh, communications is by the nervous systems. Eighth, cells sometimes have cilia or flagella. I think that's all about our lesson today. Don't forget to do the exercise on Edmodo. See you!